What is up, guys? My name is Mark Centerman. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to RC Vlog. Guys, today we're going to talk about a super hot topic, and that's of the Roar Nationals race that just happened. But we're going to talk about more. We're going to go in a little deeper on this topic because it goes beyond what happened this past weekend. So let's get to it. All right, if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, basically there was a race called the Roar Nationals this past weekend, and Roar is R-O-A-R. It stands for remotely operated auto racers. And what Roar is it's basically like the bigger. Oops, sorry, we got some lighting issues. Woo, it's bright out here. Basically, it's probably the biggest and most prestigious racing sanction for remote control cars, and it's the big national race. So basically everyone who qualifies really well in this big national race will go on to qualify for the world. So that's why everyone wants to do it. I personally don't run any Roar races because they have a lot of rules. So the one time that I was going to run a Roar race, it was an electric race, and I think it was short course and e-buggy I was going to run, and basically I didn't have Roar approved batteries. I ended up having to search for Roar approved batteries. It was like last minute, I couldn't get them, and then I found out that people were disqualified because they had paint in the windows. Apparently, at Roar races, you have to have the windows completely clear so your driver can see out of it. I don't know, they have a whole bunch of rules, and I'm not saying rules are bad, rules are good, but, you know, for me, there's other races out there, like it wasn't a big thing, and they tend to run, from an entry price perspective, they tend to run a little bit higher than normal. At another race, they DQ'd people for wings. Apparently there was a big thing, they called it Winggate, and essentially the wings didn't fall under certain dimensions, and everyone had to find new. There was only like one wing that was qualified to that fell under the rules, and everyone was searching for wings. It seems like just more trouble sometimes than I want to deal with. Now, with that said, if you want to run at that super high level, you got to run these races. You're just gonna have to run these races. I mean, it is what it is. These are the biggest and fast. I won't say the biggest race, but the fastest people in the nation that run these races. And if you want, again, qualifying for the Worlds, that's one of my goals, is to eventually qualify for the World. So I'm gonna have to run one of these races eventually. And it just kind of sucks. The rules are crazy. Sorry guys, I'm walking and vlogging at the same time. If you're wondering why I'm doing that, I'm testing a new gimbal. It was time for some channel upgrades. I got a new channel upgrade, I got a new gimbal, so I want to see the stability on it. But anyways, about this weekend. So what happened this weekend was two of possibly the fastest off-road racers in the world were disqualified. They were disqualified on main day right after they call them semifinal main. So basically, they have two semifinal mains, and the top 5 people, I believe, out of each of those semifinal mains get pushed to the actual finals main. Only one person makes it directly in the final. That's your TQ. But long story short is two of the people who won the semifinals, they got disqualified. Mr. Cole Ogden and Ty Testament, definitely some of the fastest drivers in the world. They both got disqualified after winning their semifinal because they were 1cc, or some people say less than 1cc, over the fuel limit in your tank. The crazy part about this is they actually passed tech the entire race. The entire race they passed tech. Switching arms because it's heavy. So they ran all through qualifying. Never had problems with tech. They were perfectly fine. But it was only after that semifinal that they failed. And it is believed that the reason why they failed is basically what happens after you're done with the big nitro race like that. They take your car, they put it in the tech, and then they basically push all the fuel out of the car. And they have this little pump that basically pressurizes your tank to push the fuel out of your car. Well, whenever they did that, because it was a 30-minute race, the tanks were, I guess they were soft. So whenever they pressurized it, it actually made the tank just a smidge bigger. And whenever they filled it back up, they were 1cc over. It was a coincidence that both the first place semifinalists were the ones that got DQ'd. They were the first 2 cars to be teched. Everybody else down the line, when they had enough time for their fuel tanks to cool down, they didn't fail. So what do you guys think? Like, I kind of see it both ways. Like, if it's a big race like that, in F1 people get disqualified all the time. That's the big racing sanction, right? F1, comparing it to actual car racing. People get disqualified all the time. Maybe you need to accommodate for the fact that your car's going to come off a little hot, and your tank could expand a little bit. Or do you think that it was messed up they got DQ'd? What do you think? I'm kind of torn. I see both ways. Either way, it's a crazy turn of events. I feel really bad for those two guys because they worked all week. It's not like a 2 or 3 day race. It was a long race. They worked all week to try to get into that semifinal. They made their goal, winning the semifinal, and then, yeah. What are your thoughts? I want to know in the comments below. Tell me if you think that it was messed up they got DQ'd or not. And what do you think about roar races? So hope you liked the video, guys. I know this was a really quick one. I just wanted to get these thoughts out. It's again a super hot topic in the RC racing world, and I thought it was really interesting. So I hope you liked the video, guys. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and you guys will see me next time. Later, guys.